Fans of power on the desk.
Yeah. Right, all makes left. All makes left. Just close to one making things turn on. That's all it is.
Well, welcome back to the Toad Sessions. This is number something or other. With eagleowl, I've stopped counting, I don't know, I write it down on the internet. With eagleowl, who are, one of a sort of a crop of Edinburgh bands recently. There's a lot of releases happening at the moment, a lot of stuff happening, but you guys have actually been going for a lot longer than...
Sorry.
Whenever you're ready.
You just put me on.
But how long... You started out on this sort of the open mic circuit, was it just you and Malcolm, Bart? Or
Yeah,
was
it was me and Malcolm.
And that was years ago, though, was it not?
That was
Almost
a few
5
years
years
ago.
ago.
It's our 5th anniversary next month.
That's quite sweet.
It is.
And
It's kind of depressing as well.
but did you sound anything like what you sound like now? Did it take you a while to sort of...
It was kind of not good.
Bass guitarist, or primarily thought of it, were you? Because you're on the verge of sort of you were looking at bands in general, weren't you? I mean, to a degree, were you thinking about?
Yeah, I stopped playing for quite a long time. Started playing bass guitar, which I'm absolutely awful at, and forward a double bass again for a little while, and then started looking for people to play.
And right now, honestly, Rob, it's your turn. I'm sorry, but what was it that led to you joining the band? Was it just because you guys? Oh, for fuck's sake! You're really good at interviews, you lot. The shrug. This is going out as a podcast, and you make a shrug and a face.
That wasn't a response. That was.
That was Rob St John with December and Whiskey, and before that we had the Silver Jews with How to Rent a Room, and we're back in session with eagleowl, and you're going to play Blanket next, which is from your previous EP, which was released in December it was earlier than that, wasn't it? December 2008. It was about
August.
You said that you don't play pop songs anymore, but Blanket it's downbeat, but it's very much a pop song. I mean, it's got all the riffs and all the sort of stuff in place, and then obviously Motherfucker was a very pop song. Was that?
I think it, I don't know, like, you gotta give people something, otherwise they just get bored. I don't know, but like, they're both like, those two, they're both poppy, but neither of them have a chorus.
Yeah, that's true. But when with that EP, the sequencing was also really, really well worked out. I mean, when you write songs, how much of a thought do you have in your mind of what they're going to go with, or do you just, the songs kind of exist and then you see what goes together afterwards?
Yeah, the question? I'm not sure if ambition's the right word. I think if you play in a band, you automatically want to be heard by as many people as possible, but there's a kind of like, there's that decision you have to make where, is this what I want to do as a job, or is this something that I want to do because I really enjoy doing it? I think that's the distinction.
Right. Would you say that as a group, I mean, where do you fit in that sort of a category? Is it something you'd like to push?
I think it's
time,
I find having kind of control of your output is quite important. I think that's quite important to us. So I always see, if you start thinking of your band as your job, then there's a certain amount of compromise you have to make to be able to, you know, turn it into a product almost.
Just in terms of a certain requirement of the output, or just in terms of people start making demands of you?
Yeah, just kind of, and giving up those decisions about like artwork and sequencing and you know, tracks and things to someone else.
I don't know.
And to have like the bottom line being, this needs to sell for us to continue.
Now, you've brought this single out. It's probably about time that you introduced Kilter Records to us now. Just so that people at home know, Gillian from Kilter is actually in the room, but has refused to stand out and to come out to the microphones or stand in front of the cameras, which is fair enough. You can introduce the label better than I can, obviously. But I mean, from my understanding of it, it's Emily and Gillian from Tracer Trails, who, and you were saying that, you know, Eagleowl as a band go back a long way. And Tracer Trails were just about the only game in town at that stage, and they did. And you're saying that just generally Tracer Trails has been a huge part of the Eagleowl story from the start.
Yeah, I think it's been a huge part of every story, like Withered Hand and us and loads of people. I think Wounded Knee. Just a case of bringing touring bands to Edinburgh that perhaps definitely weren't coming before, and giving people with very little musical experience playing shows, giving them support slots like us and Dan, and then you know you have that inspiration.
Now, Bart, whenever you're ready. Sorry. You don't have to talk on this bit, you'll love this bit. It's really distracting, isn't it, with these Muppets fanning around. They're your band, don't look at me. This is your disciplinary problem.
I'm used to it.
Stop and we'll introduce the songs when you're ready.
Is it me you're looking for?
Keys to get into this place.
You left at the worst point.
Just before you went rock and roll.
It got immediately really good right after you left.
Thanks, Bob. You don't say anything for the whole podcast. And then you come to life just to fucking take the piss.
That's what I do best.